And they're off. Stormy Liberal flies out of the gate. At the rail, Eddie Haskell is showing some early speed as well, and Boanova in between them now sprints up to take the lead. Here's Mr. Vargas up to take second as they pass the half-mile pole. Pee Wee Reese is on the inside third, only 2 off the pace. Then it's Tribalist. Lombo is next. A gap of 2 back to Eddie Haskell, who was closer and now 7 or 8 lengths off the pace, and Double Touch is at the back. Around the far turn, Boanova, Mr. Vargas moves to engage with a bold rally, and then it's Tribalist 3 wide. Just behind them, Stormy Liberal has a big chance. Pee Wee Reese and the white blinkers coming through along the inside. Eddie Haskell has 5 to make up. He'll angle out late. They're in the final furlong. Here's Pee Wee Reese coming through on the inside, and Eddie Haskell storming down the center of the course. Tribalist in between them. Pee Wee Reese, Eddie Haskell flying. Pee Wee Reese wins the Eddie D. Eddie Haskell was second. A flying Double Touch was in a photo for third, along with Lombo and Boanova. In the winner's circle is number 2, Pee Wee Reese. 6-year-old dark bay or brown horse by Tribal Rule out of Bluegrass Bell. Owned by Nick Alexander. The winning trainer, Phil D'Amato. That's his second winner on the afternoon. And the jockey, Flavien Pratt. Pee Wee Reese was bred in California by owner Nick Alexander. In fact, California breds running 1-2. Familiar rivals, Pee Wee Reese and Eddie Haskell. The running time of 55.33 seconds is just 0.27 seconds off the course record. Santa Anita and Luke Belair congratulate the connections of Pee Wee Reese. We invite you to the Winner's Terrace to celebrate with a special Luke Belair champagne toast. And a magnum of Luke Belair is presented to Nick Alexander. Making the presentation for the Eddie D Stakes is trainer Patty Gallagher. Patty, one of many great friends of the legend, Eddie De La Houssaye.
Inside the park home run for Pee Wee Reese, taking the Eddie D. Did you like that? Winning connections here. Let's talk to Phil D'Amato. Phil, Reese likes to get involved early, but had to be on the behind. Was that by design, or did everybody just come over so quick?
You know, Flavien had that thought in mind coming out of the jocks room, so I just told him to play the break. I mean, to go suicidal in 21, that's never a good thing. So I just told him do what he thought was best, and he got him in a nice spot there in the pocket, found a holder at the top of the lane, and exploded through.
Just going through a conversation, we all have the same idea. I'm always not concerned, but it's always a question mark for me when a horse is not training at the track. Has that ever been a concern for you?
You know, I find at least for turf horses, San Luis Rey is a great place. They can get him plenty fit there, and he likes it down there, and will probably go back down there.
All right, Phil, we know you got to sell the next race. Good luck. Let's talk to the main man here, Nick Alexander. Nick, we've been doing this for a while. Congratulations. How special, we ask this every time, but as they start becoming more and more piling up, how exciting is it for you to not only win these races, but to win it with homebreds?
When you've seen him be full out and then you see him be broken and see him go off to the racetrack, you never know which is going to be the good one and which is not. This guy was nothing special his first couple of races on the dirt. Broke his maiden on the dirt just barely, and then when he switched to the turf, it was a different horse.
Let's talk about the name. Obviously, Pee Wee Reese, you and I are huge Dodger fans, and let's hope lightning strikes a third time this year. What goes into the decision for you to name these horses, Reese in particular? Why did you decide Pee Wee Reese was the name?
Well, he was the captain of the team, and he was the guy that befriended Jackie when Jackie was first with the Dodgers, and there's a lot of Southerners on the team that filled out a petition saying they didn't want to play with him. And Pee Wee was part of the solution to get everybody to play together. And if you remember that one scene where Pee Wee was playing short, Jackie Robinson was on first, and they were giving him the raspberry. I think it was Philadelphia. And Pee Wee trotted over, put his arm around him, and said, "Hey, you know what? Tomorrow I'm going to wear 42 also, and they won't be able to tell who's who."
Hey,
that was it.
Well, you know what? We're always fun having you here. You do so much for California racing. Everyone here, especially here at Santa Anita, really appreciate that. You and I, we didn't get a chance to go to a Dodger game, but I think I have one in mind at the end of the year if it happens.
That would be very I'll look forward to it, and I just want to say Phil D'Amato has done an unbelievable job with this horse. He's only run 14 times. He's 6 years old, so obviously in between races, he's really done a lot to help him. So, yay, Phil.
Well, we say yay to everybody, and as they always say, what's good for racing? You are good for racing, sir. Thank you so much for being with us, and congrats on the win.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you.
More racing coming up. We got another win and you're in on the horizon.